Good day, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless. Unknown prophet Fred Watkins coming to you with a word from the Father that I think is rather critical. It was given to me on November the 17th, 2024. And I am bringing it to you on November the 23rd, 2024. It has to do with his church. And I think it is a well received word. I started out that evening, I sat down and Father told me he didn't have anything for me tonight. And so I had started to pray my nightly prayers. And as I started to pray for the cleansing of his church, which I pray for nightly, he stopped me. He said, "Son, do you want a word from me tonight?" A little surprised, I said, "Yes, Father, but you said you didn't have one tonight." He said, "I did, son, but now I will give you one. I have heard your prayers and those of many others regarding my church. And I want you and others to know that I am listening and that I am acting on your prayers. It is time. I have done a very minor cleansing of a few churches, son. But that was to try to give all a chance to know that I am about to clean up my church worldwide. Unfortunately, they do not believe. They don't believe I'll do that. And so those who should be stepping down are standing fast. Too many of the pastors leading the flock to many, the pastors leading the flock is just a job. To others, they do not believe in the words of my Bible. And to others, they do not believe in my righteousness. And so, son, it is time that I begin to clean my church in earnest. When I finish, they will know that I am who I say I am. This is my word, and this is my church, whether in a building or under a tree. And I will not have it polluted as it is being polluted now. Watch the vision I will show you, son. And as I watched, the vision came, and I saw churches, one at a time, of different sizes, of different architecture. Some were definitely of different countries. And yes, I saw worship under trees in the open. Country churches, city churches, mega churches, cathedrals and mosques. And then I saw a church in session with the congregation all watching the pastor. The scene changed, and they were all weeping and sad, and there was a coffin in front of the podium, and the podium was empty. The coffin was removed, and a man walked up to the podium and began to speak. As he did, the people began to listen to him closely. And soon they began to raise their hands and fall to their knees in worship and praise. It was nothing like the original service I had seen. The scene shifted to another church. And as I watched, the pastor was preaching to a congregation of quiet, stoic people. Suddenly he slumped over the podium and fell to the floor. The congregation ran to him, but he was dead. They moved him to another room, and a member of the congregation stood and walked up to the podium and began to speak. As he spoke, with Bible in hand, the people began to listen. It wasn't long before tears began to flow, and they were falling to their knees and raising their hands in praise and worship. The vision ended. Father said, "Son, you know what I have shown you." Those churches represent those of my churches that are just existing as a social meeting place. They were being pastored by those who do not walk with me, but simply have a job. Those that I talked to you about earlier, pastored by those who profess Christianity, but change my words to fit their desires. If they do not step down as I begin cleansing my church worldwide, I will take them down. I lost my place there. If they do not step down as I begin the cleansing of my church worldwide, I will take them down one way or another. It is beginning now, son. It will begin slowly, so that all will have a chance to reform or step down before I remove them. Tell my people, son, who love me and walk with me, that I am starting this, and I will not stop until it is finished. Not only the churches must be cleansed, but denominations that have turned from my word must turn back. If they don't, they too will disappear. My church must stand, and it must stand strong. And that is the word of God today. That is a word that blesses me, because the one thing I have truly been longing for and praying for some time is the cleansing of the Father's church. The moving of churches back to the full belief of His word, and allowing the full moving of His power within the church. I don't care whether they're a church under the tree in the open or a mega church, but they must preach the word of God in truth and in fullness and in power and in love. And if they do not, I believe they are destined for destruction. It's the word of God with my added word. Sorry about that, but it's a point that I am just strong on, to say the least. God bless you guys. I pray you will have a wonderful, wonderful week. And we will see you, God willing, and the creek don't rise, on Wednesday, and Thanksgiving is Thursday. I don't know what yet we'll be doing then, but we will let you know. God bless. Unknown Prophet signing off, Fred Watkins.